I find the recommendations very complementary to existing guidance on the topic, and also the requests that we had been receiving from our investors for more information. So very much aligned with where we see things going. And also very aligned with Barrick's values of transparency and partnership. And so TCFD is, for me, a great framework that allows me to, rather than making up that disclosure on my own, allows me to follow a framework, and hopefully means that me and my own company and other companies will be aligned. I think the most important opportunity is getting out in front of what I think will become regulatorily required disclosure in the future. I think that we can see a lot of momentum in terms of what countries are looking at signing on for GHG emissions targets and carbon taxing and moving towards that low carbon economy. I think that regulation is just going to increase in terms of disclosure. If companies start looking at those TCFD recommendations, moving their company, getting really comfortable with their governance structure, being happy with disclosing it, I think that they'll be in the right place when it does become regulatorily required. Materiality assessment is for us regulated. CSA has provided guidance on what we must disclose. How do we define materiality? In general terms, it is any information that an investor would use to make decisions about buying, selling, or holding our shares. The omission or misstatement of that information may have had a material impact on their decision making. So that's general terms. In terms of climate change, it is very difficult. There's no bright line, and so I sympathize with people who are really struggling with that idea. For me, I tend to err on the side of, the general guidance also says where you are unsure if something is material, err on the side of disclosure. And so in this particular context, that's where I tend to lean. It hasn't, actually. I think the TCFD did a really good job of not addressing materiality or timing or location of disclosures. They've really left that up to each individual regulatory body, which I think is great. I do think, however, the materiality and how we measure it is evolving over time. As we see the importance of climate-related risk, climate change risks affecting investors' decisions more and more, the materiality of those climate change risks are obviously increasing.